Happiness through curiosity on TRS Clips. What's the best and worst thing about growing older as a guy?
I think the worst thing for an action hero is you slow down. But the best thing from that point of view is you step back and become smarter. You're wiser, so you know how to shoot things better. You know how to present things better, look better on screen. So you manage it with that. How much energy to consume. And not get excited and consume too much so that you don't fall short. Life, when you're younger, you're carefree and you do what you want to do and enjoy life, make the mistakes so you can learn. And as you age, like they say, mool se sood pyara, you look forward to. I believe every stage is beautiful. Being a bachelor, dating, getting rejected, falling in and out of love, then finding the right person in your life, settling down with her. And then you feel, how do I continue that magic? And you have a baby, and then that becomes your priority. Your life are your children. They grow up and suddenly 13, 14, and they are gone in their own world. Maybe even faster now because it's a virtual world. But then you're back to bonding with each other, traveling, the best period of, a husband and wife, when they have time for themselves. Then the children come back, marriage, then grandchildren. So I think it's beautiful. It's how you look at it. And I've enjoyed that journey tremendously.
Yeah. I ask you these questions because I'm asking my own questions. I'm about to turn 30 in 3 months. And I'm just questioning how my 30s are going to be, how my 40s are going to be. And I'm also questioning...
You look 21, 22.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And hold on to that. Hold on to that. Don't just take it as a compliment. Start working on it. And trust me, if you set your goals, if you set your goals, it's possible. You manifest it. And it's not only manifesting it. You implement, what you believe you want to implement. When I turned 50, I said I'm going to be the fittest 50 ever, and I was. I did really well for myself. Then when I hit 60, I said, salt, pepper, that gray. Keep that going and hit on your six pack at 60. And I managed it pretty decently, and through food, not anything else. So stay put.
There are all these narratives online highlighting men's mental health and how it's not spoken about much. So Rajas in this room, he's probably my best friend, and he's been my longest teammate as well, as in we've worked together the longest. And I was talking about this to him because we've seen each other grow up basically. And he said that he heard a podcast where someone said that one of the worst things about being a guy is that no one will love you until you can do something for them.
If you look at it that way, then a glass is always half empty. Because everybody looks for something from someone. In life, it is that one. Even if it's your own children, when you are free, you're always looking for love from them. You want them to invest in you all the time. But otherwise, you're doing your own thing. So it's continuously how you're looking at it. That's why I also believe that when you're on a high, for example, you continue that part of your CSR continuously. When I say CSR, I don't mean money, giving money, When you give, you should always give and forget. And when you accept, you should always, when you accept something, never forget. But when you give, just forget about it. And that those things always come back to you. So it's about, like they say, networking. Networking is not about wanting to build relationships because I want something from you, but being able to do something, and that comes back to you whenever probably you need it the most.
Serve without expectation, and then it'll...
Absolutely. From what you get, you make a living. From what you give, you can make a life. And when you do that, it could be time, it could be hearing him out when he's upset. Those are the times. Not necessarily a message, but a phone call to say, hey, how are you doing? What's up? Don't worry, yaar, main hoon. Makes a hell of a lot of difference.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to be a little raw here.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like somewhat the ice is broken, and that's down to your Bade Bhaiya energy.
Yeah.
I don't want to call you Bade Bhaiya because you're my dad's age.
Absolutely.
And I know Ahan, and I know that you and Ahan share an incredible relationship. That is not the case for a lot of Indian guys.
Yeah.
Was your relationship with your own dad good?
Very good.
Yeah,
Of course,
you carried it.
initially I wanted to. See, when you're growing up, you believe you have ideas, you know more about the world. But then when you settle down in life, everything dad says always comes back to you. So it's a natural process. So for every kid who believes कि यार dad के साथ नहीं जमता है, जमेगा ही जमेगा. एक time पे आपका ऐसा जमेगा कि you will miss dad in your life always. So I think it's up to very difficult for dads to change at times, because they're in their own little world, stressed out. We don't know what they're going through. I think it's up to the boys to also walk up to dad and say, Dad, I want to sit, I want to chat. Don't expect anything from him. Just pour your heart out to him and it'll work. It's about making an attempt.
Yeah. This is what I'm actually trying to ask you. Because I feel all human beings, whether they're 50 or 60, are still growing up.
Yeah.
So what does the dad's generation really want? Like, what's your reality right now in life? And I'll give you context here. I have never been nervous about growing up, was not nervous at 18 or 22 or 25. I've had a lot of business challenges in my life, taken it head on. Suddenly, I'm a little nervous about my 30s because I don't know if I'm ready to be a dad myself. I'm not sure if I'm ready to run a family, as they say. And I don't know what to expect from this next phase because I've gone on fifth gear in my 20s. So will I still be able to go on at least fourth gear or will I have to cut down to first gear?
You might have to slow down a bit. Don't need to cut down any gear. As long as you're clear about the partner that you choose. The partner really, really matters a hell of a lot, and the kind of difference that she would make to your life. She would probably allow you to go on to fifth gear, but also you've got to prioritize everything. I'll give you my example because my career started when I was probably 29, 28, 29. Training, and suddenly I got a film. And the first thing I decided is, the world says कि single हो तो लड़कियों की fan following बहुत होती है, और शादी नहीं होनी चाहिए. I said I want to get married. She's been with me for 9 years and she said, come hell, come storm, I will stay with you. So that was a decision I took. And I think that was the most beautiful decision that I took. They said, oh, girls will never end up liking you. I said, it's okay. There is a certain audience that will want you. You can't please the entire world. Let me please my loved one more than anybody else. First year, I think Thea was born in the first year itself. And I was already a father. How did it impact me? Probably did, which I didn't know. But as far as I'm concerned, it didn't. Lady Luck came into my life very strongly. There was a mother, they say, the mothers, they always say behind every successful man, there's a woman. For me, I'd say there are 3. That mother who brought me to that stage, that wife who held my hand and said, you know what, do what you want. I know it's an insecure world, but I'm secure and I feel good about you. And then came that child who kept us happy. All the differences went out of the window because when we came back, it was this little angel at home that took away all our time and all our love was for her and for us. So I think those decisions are very, very important, that you get married at the right age, you settle down at the right age. Might sound like gyan. It always does. But that's what it is all about. The difference between me and a whole lot of other actors maybe is a very, very strong family background. Yeah. So success, failure doesn't matter to me. ठीक है यार, बुरा लगता ही है. 10 दिन बुरा लगेगा. एक फिल्म नहीं चली तो मुझे 10 दिन बुरा लगता था. आज मैं सोचता हूँ यार 10 दिन के बाद तो अच्छा लगता ही है ना. तो चलो 9 दिन क्यों नहीं काटूं? Let me cut it off mentally, and that is the difference.
Yeah. I think this is not highlighted a lot in culture. How a really strong marriage and how a really strong family life can actually benefit your mental health, therefore your career, therefore all other formats of health also.
Absolute. And mental health or anything else works if you respect your partner. You trust each other. Let her be independent. Today's time, it's about girls going out, working, achieving. They have their own personality. Why should it come out 20 years later? Yeah? When there is an argument between you or whatever it is, I want to do my own thing. You want to do your own thing? I'm there for you. The minute you say that, the minute you prioritize your Sundays, your family time, I haven't worked on a Sunday for donkey's years. And this is what Danny Saab had told me. Sunday apne family ke liye dena. Your time has to be your time. Your me time has to be your me time. I go to the gym, I don't carry anything. I'm gardening, I don't know what is. I'm with the family, I forget everything. You need to forget that. Because what is going to happen during the week will happen. And that Saturday or a Sunday or a Saturday half day to Monday will always wait for you. Nothing is urgent. We didn't have phone calls. We didn't have phones when we were working. Now we're worried about mobiles and who's connecting with me. What are they connecting for? It's how you look at it. And for you, someone like you who's successful, it's important that you save right. So you feel, no, yeah, I'm saving right, I'm investing right. So even if I'm on 4th gear or 3rd gear, those 2 gears are the gears for love, family, happiness, for everything else. And only you have to decide that. Nobody else can.
So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to TRS Clips for more.